Good morning. I'll see you in the morning. Dude, I always do it in the morning. I got a call uh, like 8 minutes ago. Uh, maybe I'm going to live in Copenhagen. I made up my mind. I'm going to look for apartments over there. And even though it's expensive to move there, I know how expensive it is. And I know how difficult it is to get one of the good apartments over there. But I talked to some people, and I actually have a lot of good friends over there. Um, well, I got a new one too, but I won't ask him to move in. He's living with his son alone. But what I mean is, I got a lot of good friends over there that I could crash with and you know try to get a new start in life. Because I got to get away from this kind of place. You know, I love some of the people too. I really do. The people I've been living with the last few months, but they're too young. They don't understand that some things in life are like precious. Like my addiction is only weed now. Um, I come from heroin down to weed. No, I don't come from weed to heroin. I went the other way around. But I always did it backwards. Always. I always was backwards. Um, back when I was a kid, so I was backwards. First, I played table tennis. I was one of the best on this island, actually. I played badminton. I was the best on this island for a minute. Uh, and football, of course, what you call soccer. I can't understand you call it football when you play with your hands. But it is what it is. It's like rugby. I know it's always kind. They call it Australian football and shit. But I was in this club yesterday. That was a cricket club. It started because I said, "Does people still play that shit?" And she was like, "It is a cricket club, man." I was, what? It started as a cricket club. Okay, okay. You see, you learn new shit every day. I did not know that. But the funny thing about it is that I've felt this vibe there is when you are in a town that wasn't good for you like many moons ago, 17 years ago to be exact. I was almost dying in an apartment over there. It was kind of dramatic, let me be honest. There was a girl who literally was trying to, I don't know, but I loved her so much. I couldn't see the flaws, but every other person could. It's always like that with me. Everybody else is seeing the warning signs. I don't. I never see them, you know. But that's because I got a good heart. So why the fuck should I think anything bad about a person when I just lost my fucking parents? And she didn't even give me a. She gave me exactly a year, and that's like the fuck. What the? A year and a half to be exact. And no, 13 months. Sorry, 13 months. I was shocked when I heard that. But So to say you never, hey uncle, listen, hey you, I'm just waking up in the morning. I didn't sleep. You know, when you're thinking through uh, the the reasoning why I'm here, it's not a nice. How can I explain this without sounding too bitchy and uh, too not satisfied with what I got? Because I am satisfied, actually. Uh, I have a lot of love for my brothers, but I'm sorry, but Copenhagen is apparently my town, and it always have been. I've been in, I literally been there since I was a kid, you know, and I love that the city. I love it. It's a great city. People don't, they think that because Denmark is so small, actually, every five person live there. It's like, or more actually. There are 1.56 million there or something like that. Now, it's a big, it's an okay city. And there's 5 million people in Denmark. So it's a lot of people, but it's a great city. But, and I missed it, when I went out there, I went for a walk. It was, the weather was there, and I haven't. There was a lot of places I haven't seen since I lived there, and I only been over there playing. I haven't had the time to walk around and look at the sites and shit like that. How new buildings looks and all that shit. And being nosy where I lived and all that kind of shit. So for me, it gave me like a sense of like belonging. I was belonging to that city. And the reason why I'm saying that is the people, and I tried to say that to my ex-wife. I tried to say, listen, I can't be a musician. It's another thing to move to a little town when you're young and starting a career. That's that's not that difficult. But being 50 or 44, 42 or what it was, moving there, trying to get people to say, okay, we want to stop what we're doing, we play with mats. They don't even know I'm there because, I called one and I thought I would get the respect I needed. And I didn't. Um, but he was busy himself, so I can't, you know, as a singer, you have to be out there yourself. It's a bitchy job. It is, and if you have a other man choosing what you have to play, you do it but when he makes it, it's kind of difficult to for a singer who I lose like me, who likes to improvise a lot and shit like that. Then it's kind of difficult. But I actually thought it was different because there were drums and shit on. But it's the same with a relationship. You have to nurse it. You have to say if something is wrong. You sit down. You take the problem and you take it away, and then you move on. There's no need to sit tight in that fucking problem and talking about that all fucking day. That's a sickening fucking way of living. Pinpointing what's wrong with you all day instead of talking about it in the morning. Get it out of there. Put it in a box. Don't even take it out. Burn the fuck. burn the fucking altercation you just had with your spouse or what, because it's nothing. It's about going on and shit. You know, that's why I'm moving. I'm taking this move. Uh, I was thinking about moving out of the country, but I have too much going on in this country right now, that I want to have finished. I want to make an album to my mom and dad, on their. It have to be finished of their 50th anniversary for their dad. Then my mom would have been 75 actually that year. So I hope that I can get some money together, and make you don't go to a record company with an idea like that. They don't want to buy that. Oh, a record about your mom's and your dad's life. Mm. But they don't know what they're missing because I'm making it kind of. My dad was groovy. He was the shit in the 60s. He was like, he was super snooper, snickings, fly, motherfucker with, a goatee and he was funny, long hair. And, you know, my dad was kind of ginger, I think. I don't know. I have to look. No, he was brown. He was normal. He was a normal day. We call it, our hair is like the form for pig's pate, it tastes like shit. But no, uh, I got my dad and me, and my dad got him. My dad is, you know. So, and he was like a get go too. So I'm gonna make this record for them, no doubt. And there's no doubt in my mind it's gonna be a good one. No doubt whatsoever. So it's gonna be a nice, 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 nice thing. Oh, that was a good case. Yeah, that was that. Nice to see. Yeah, yeah, yeah. People are weird. It's about, hey, unconditional love. I thought I didn't see. I saw you as I said, hey, but you're gone again, and it doesn't matter. It's all good. I'm just thinking, you know. You see, I can't stay here. What the fuck? I'm not being ungrateful at all. I'm just, feeling a vibe coming to me saying, you gotta go to Copenhagen, live there like you did. And in another way, without the drinking, without the drugs, without all of that shit. And people say I can't do it. That's why I want to do it. You know, they say Copenhagen is dangerous for you. Every fucking town is dangerous for me. What the fuck? You know, it's like, there's always a red light district somewhere. And so even in this town I live in, there's a fucking red light district, and it's not always, the baddest place is the red light district. Actually, in Copenhagen, it's been done. What do we call that? They renovated it for like millions of dollars, and it's so beautiful. Billions, actually. It's so beautiful, man. And that's why coming back then yesterday, the weather was beautiful. Everything was beautiful. So, man, I'm gonna move there again. I am, because I felt home. I was feeling I was home. So you see, I have nothing here. I have my brothers. I can always visit. go to a visit, But I don't think it's easy to move out of the country right now. So the next big thing here in Denmark, that's Copenhagen. You know, uh, I'm not saying it's, of course, it's the next good thing. Next best thing is Copenhagen. I mean, for me, it would have been the best thing to go out of country, live out of fucking this country for some years, because I miss that. I've been missing that for a minute. So, so now I made up my mind that I want to go back and see the lions then. But you see, Copenhagen, that's where I was homeless and shit like that. So there's a lot of bad memories attached to it. But the good, overpower the bad. So that's kind of cool. I felt that yesterday. I could feel it. I went out even for a walk, and Michael, the keyboard and the trumpet player, he was like, no, 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 no. Because last time I went out for a walk in Copenhagen, I broke my back. So he was kind of nervous when he said, I'm going for a walk. Hey, no, no, no. Yeah, yeah. I said, yeah, I know, I know. So I took care of myself. You know, and there was trouble outside, and I took care of myself. I wasn't being an asshole or anything. So it was what it was. And so I'm good now. Now I'm tired. Now I can go to sleep. That's what I mean. If I was in Copenhagen, I would already been sleeping, been ready for a job now, ready for go to the studio or something like that. You see, here it's like, uh, uh, it's because I'm not saying I play with bad people here. I'm not saying they're bad musicians. There's just other types of musicians. They're listening to totally different music than I do, and that's not easy if you're an artist. And it's hard to be a singer today. Just know being a singer and songwriter, it's not that easy. It's even though you had a hit and shit, it's not that easy anyway. No, even though we've been playing the radio a lot and it's in TV and shit, when there's when it's 10 years, anniversary is gone, and people know that you've been in drugs, doing drugs and shit, and drinking and all that and whatnot. Uh, they get a little, they get butthurt. To be honest with you, uh, they like don't want to play with you and all kind of weird shit. But it was actually because I went through the drugs totally, always. I would have done it anyway. So it was no one's fault other than mine. People who said that was because of my bad childhood. Maybe that was a factor, but it wasn't because of that. It was because you wanted to numb the pain. And that's another thing. That's all the shame you have in life. And you know, uh, I even smoke weed, but I can talk, because I don't look at weed as a gateway drug, as many people say. Because if you do it legal, like they do in the United States, many places now with these dispensaries and shit, uh, it's like they have a whole other system, and I like that system, for medical use, because I use it for my back pains and they say it doesn't work against pain. But I've walked 6 kilometers. I don't know how many miles that is, maybe 3 miles with a broken back. That's a lot. And I think, yeah, yeah. So that was crazy. So, and the only thing, they didn't even get the painkillers. I broke my back, and it was out of Christiania. That's a free town. That's a free spirit and all that shit. And it's the oldest hippies and all the trendy people and shit like that in Copenhagen. But my friend lives there. He built a house, and it happened there. And they were so afraid that I would call, the ambulance there. So I just said, give me the strongest joint you can get. And believe me, they got some strong shit in there. And it was people who lived there. So I smoked a spliff, and I was so fucking high. I just said, I have to stand up, and I walked. And I broke my back, you know. So Michael, he was very scared then when I said I was going for a walk yesterday. But it was crazy. It was a break. Walk 6 kilometers with a broken back. That's 6,000 meters, man. That's a long walk, actually. That's actually a kind of a long walk, especially with a broken back. But nothing happened. But they told me I could have been in a wheelchair and all kind of shit because the way it was and shit like that. It was down here, but it was good. I didn't end up in surgery. It was almost, but uh, in the last second they dropped it, and thank God for that. But I still have pain. Now I got pain. Now I can lie down because the adrenaline, the pump. So, but and the cleaning ladies is already there. That's too early for me. You know, that's 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 what I mean. That's what I mean. I have to find this place. Um, I was looking for some places when I was there, but it's it's very expensive, especially if it's cleaning. That's like that's out of my league right now. I would have to grind some more, be an organ grinder or something like that. No, I literally mean it. I have to save some shit up because if you know people, then it's of course more easy. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna find some people. That's the real Danish. uh, but I'm going to work actually today, even though I'm not looking forward to it. But I'm going in to be a kind of a consultant on some project for. And you're singing, of course. I gotta do it because it's free and it's like it's because I get Grammys and shit like that. So sometimes they do these courses. It would be the same as royalties at your place if the royalties was having a congress and shit like that. I'm going to one of these today, and that's always nice. Talking about how and people in the small, there's the big scale there, the stars that always are there, but then there's like people who's been there and are back, like session musicians and whatnot, singer songwriters and shit like that. Mostly singer songwriters I fuck with, but again, the $1 million question: what is a hit? You know, I could play something for you right now, and you would say that's a hit, but it's not because you have to make it the right day, the right, you know, the right sound, the right. And there's something with, I don't know what it is, but there's something with studios. Something sometimes it's that studio who's like with the Polar Studios, like what ABBA they had, and that's a very famous studio here in Scandinavia. And people used that for a minute because Max Martin, who was producing Britney Spears, "Oh baby, baby," back then, that was in Sweden, you know, and the Backstreet Boys and all that shit. That was in Sweden, and that kid Aaron Carr, he was also in Sweden, I think, with Max Martin, and he made Christina Aguilera too, I think. He was Max Martin. He was a big thing, you know. So my friends were going up in the Polar Studios to Polar Studios, you would call it. Uh, and it's a good studio. It's nice, but it's like any. There's a lot of studios that's good. It's just because it's got a name and some famous people made some hits there. Then people go there to get this sound, you know, because this sound is very popular. You know, that was at least how they did it in my time, and they're still doing it that way. Not in the same scale, because back then you didn't have the home equipment like you have today. Today everybody have a studio at home, you know, a laptop and some fucking speakers. That all you need. Even headphones can do it, you know. And you can sit and learn a music program, get fucking good at it, and then pull something out. But I'm an idiot when it comes down to computers, and that's why I learned to play my shit. But I have to make my own my seriousness about my own music because playing all others kind of people's music is like it's not so it's the satisfaction in it. It's not that big, but I do it anyway just for the fun of it sometimes. But now I'm kind of tired of it. I want to evolve. Actually, what I'm doing with Michael is kind of cool. I want to evolve that, but I want to do it the right way so we have the right tracks to Pablo's a brand new back playing the right way. Not with these sounds. He's got, we got to work on the sounds. And I think he knows what I mean when I say it. But I know he used a lot of work and a lot of time and a lot of effort into these tracks. So it's a hard. It's a weird balance. But I've been up for a day and a half. I am beat. So I'm looking forward to sleep. And they're gonna wake me up when I fall asleep. And I have to go to work. That's why I got this clothes on now. So I'm waking up in this clothes and I just can walk. I took a bath before. It's like sometimes you just have to do shit. And it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to make some advice to some younger people. Uh, it's nice to be asked to be like not a supervisor, but like like you're tasting a wine or something like that, for the company. It's kind of cool. So I'll see. But have a good one. Peace.